first video that doesn't involve work. Yay! What I'm here to do today is I've got a ton of interest and I've yet to make a video doing any of them or attempting to do any of them. So today what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to work on a Livewell cooler that's going to go in my little mini bass boat. They're going to work on and modify a little bit, and it's a great little boat. It's a little pontoon, little polyethylene pontoon boat. It's great for what I need, you know, by myself. I need something I can load and unload by myself and get on the water. And it works pretty good. I just need to make it function a little bit better. The little cooler Livewell I kind of threw together last weekend. It moved the water, but it really doesn't function right. It doesn't set the boat right. It takes up a lot of space. It's big. It's bulky. So tonight I'm going to work on trying to get that thing fit in the boat right. So what we'll do is we'll do a little boat walk around, kind of talk about a few of my plans, and then we'll get the camera set up and get started on what I want to try to accomplish tonight. I've got a meeting tonight for the school, so I got to try to get as much as I can done before I got to go to that, because other than that, the night's going to be pretty well shot. But anyway, stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a minute. I have a handy butcher knife here. I'm going to use to get through the rest of this. Without trying to cut myself. Really honestly, I think this is going to get a lot clean though. Alright, there's that. There's that side. Next up, this side here. So alright, here's a moment of truth to see how well it's going to fit. Not too bad, but I guess for all general purposes, actually I guess I could probably trim that lower corner off at an angle. That'd probably make it fit in there, so I believe that's what it fits. It's not even all the way down on the floor yet. So, let's try that. Let's get that over. Get close. Not close enough. Alright, let's try this again. What I wound up doing is just coming back over the angle grinder and just lopping these corners off. Hopefully that's going to be enough to do what I want. So I think I might come up to the sides here a little bit too. Not a whole lot, just about another inch. See if I can, let's see if I can freehand this. Plans don't still quite work out right, so you gotta modify. Redneck way, right? Meetings here well, she's not perfect, but I think by the time I get some water put in here, get this filled up, she'll be alright. At least she steps down in here. I probably could take a little bit more out of that, but I don't want to mess it up too bad. I've already got the spots to fix. Right here where I went a little bit too deep and got into that little drain part there. I also took these off where them studs went through for my aerator inside, which I need to go in and re-silicone anyway, just to make sure it's legit. I probably, where I cut through there, I will probably put some two-part epoxy together on the front and back side of that, so it don't ever leak. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Continue on. I got this done. Got this cut out where it fits. I don't really like the way that looks. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I was going to try to just go and tape the side pieces back over the end and see if it'll fit, but if I did that, I'm going to have to cut the corners back out of it anyway to make it fit. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is, I've got some Gorilla Tape. I might just tape that for now and let it roll. I mean, this is just really a prototype. Once I get it down pat, then I can come back and make some different modifications or get a different cooler that actually fits in there. But I think as far as Livewell size, this is the right size. What this is a Coleman cooler, just a normal size Coleman cooler, maybe 18 gallon, something like that. So what I've got is a 450 gallon. I may have said this before, 450 gallon village pump. Got a piece of 3/4 inch line, elbow to 3/4 inch, piece of PVC. Kind of got silicone everywhere, but whatever. And then I've got holes drilled on the bottom side here to kind of recirculate everything. Now, if I can get my hands on it, what I like to do is drill a couple holes in the top here and put a couple vents in there. If I can find a couple like gas vents off a bass boat or something like that, that way I can keep all the carbon dioxide and all that stuff from building up in there to keep the fish alive longer. Because that's the whole purpose of doing that. So let's get the duct tape and see what that looks like. Because you know I'm kind of rednecky, so duct tape fixes everything, right? Right. Alright folks, we're back. Actually, I forgot to turn the freaking camera on while I was doing this. So, whatever. We got it done. It's a little bit shady looking, but it ought to get by. Just covering it up, just aesthetic purposes, just to clean it up a little bit where it looks a little bit better. We got it taped up, got the plug installed back in it. I think eventually I will probably get a threaded elbow or something to put in here, run out the back and run another pump so I can pump water in and out. To fill it up. Instead, right now I'm just going to use a bucket. So now that that's done, let's stick it back in the boat and see if it fits. And we'll go from there. There's a couple other things I got to do before I'm finished up with it, but we'll check that out and see if this fits. I think by the time I get the water in there, that ought to level it out. Let's see if there's going to be enough room for the battery in the back. The battery hopefully also is going to double as a stop so they don't slide around. And I think may or may not put a board across here to hold it all in place. We'll see. But that ought to work. It also ought to even out the weight from when I'm sitting in the front. The water and the battery back here ought to even the boat out, because I'm a little heavy in the rear end, so it tends to tilt the boat forward. But that ought to work. Eventually I may slide this up though and get another battery and set them side by side right here. That way I can just run one off the trolling motor and then run my fish finder and anything else off the second battery. I've got a set of switches on the way that I'm hoping that I can install on top here. That will run the pump. I've got plans to put a light on there and to fire up my fish finder. So hopefully that should be here tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe Saturday, so I can get that installed. But it may not be here in time. So I think this is going to work. I've got to do a couple caulking, put some wire loom and stuff like that on there, and then that'll be done. I actually need to check my time. Cool, I still got a little bit, so I'll keep working on this, and yeah, we'll come back to you in just a second. What's up, guys? As you guys can tell, I'm not in the office or I am in the office today. I'm not in the garage today. So I wanted to kind of do a little wrap-up video. I didn't get to finish the end of it. I was in a hurry to get that thing done. I did get the cooler Livewell finished. I got the floor in the boat, and I got the fish finder hooked up, and I did go fishing. That's the good part about it. That's the good thing about it. Everything else kind of went downhill from there. But as far as the Livewell itself went, it worked great. I got my switches in, I got it hooked up. I didn't get it installed, the switch plate installed, which is a good thing. That story will come later. But I did get it wired up, kind of jerry-rigged it, had it sitting on the side of the boat there. It all worked great. It moved a lot of water. I ran it off and on. I got a couple fish and put in there. The thing that I don't think that I liked about it was once you got a couple fish in there, I got to noticing that with that 3/4 inch pipe and the aerator in place, the feed bar and the hose took up a lot of space. So I think if you were like doing a tournament fishing, you had 4 or 5 keepers in there, I'm afraid that it may get a little tight for them and they may wind up breaking that off. Breaking that feed pipe off or something like that. So I think what I will do next time is maybe leave the diameter same or maybe decrease the diameter. I'm not real sure what I want to do yet. But put it on the outside and then use a regular pump, like an inline pump, to recirculate the water through there. That way there's room on the outside and it's not taking up the room on the inside. Just leave, only have a spray bar going through there. That way I can hook up a tee or something like that run a couple valves and then just drop it over the side of the boat and then suck water into the boat and fill it up that way, instead of having to carry a bucket with me to fill it up. But all in all, it worked good, worked great. It did its purpose. I caught 2 cats that night, and I kept them for about 2 hours in the live well. So everything was good. And yeah, so I mean, all in all, for a prototype deal, it turned out pretty well. I think I'll make some improvements the next time. So we'll just go from there. I mean, it's just playing around, figuring out what works best. So stay tuned. We'll have a couple more videos coming up. I wanted to get this one finished, and then I've got one of hooking up the fish finder and putting the floor in that I want to do, and then we'll do story time, and I'll let you know with the whole deal what happened after I got the live well thing made. So stay tuned. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and you know, keep figuring stuff out. Keep working. You know, right on. We'll talk to you later.